My friend Bryce, the guy holding the camera right now, recently got this nice chef's knife, but it doesn't have anything to keep it in. So we're gonna fix that and make it awesome at the same time in the theme of the Master Sword from Zelda. This is Kydex. It's a thermoplastic, and it's what people normally use for sheaths, and it's what I'm gonna use this time, but you could use pretty much any thermoplastic. I could use a milk jug. Kydex is really tough plastic, but the one really cool thing about it is if you get a really nice, good score line on it, she'll snap. So it's easy to get shapes. Professionally made Kydex sheaths and holsters and stuff usually have like a really complex setup where they've got something to heat the thing, and then they have like a jig and a clamp that makes it easy to do a lot of them fast. But to work with any thermoplastic like this, it's really pretty simple. So it's gonna sit on top of a piece of foam, get it hot, fold it over the knife, put this on top of, put that on top of that, and then put something really heavy on it and let it cool. And then it'll stay in that shape. Could use a heat gun or put it in the oven. Torch is the fastest way. I just realized something. I don't know if this, when it's hot, is gonna stick to the EVA foam or not, so better safe than sorry. I just stuck some aluminum foil on it. It'll be a barrier. Good and hot. Something really heavy. You wouldn't think it'd be that useful to have something really heavy just sitting around, like a bucket full of lead, but sometimes it comes in handy. A couple minutes later, we have a very hard, cooled off piece of plastic that will hold the knife. Didn't squish as much as I'd hoped, so I'm gonna concentrate the force, heat it up and do it one more time, but it's almost there. Woo! Okay, I think she's hot enough this time. Oh, much better. You can see the outline of the knife. Ooh, she's a little warm still. These scraps of 2x4 are gonna be the base, and they'll determine where I need to trim my sheath. Block's cut out and sanded. I need to drill holes in it to put the knife in it before I paint it, so I don't mess the paint up. I changed my mind because I'm changing the order that I'm gonna do some stuff on this. So I'm gonna pull this junk off real quick. That stone that Link pulls the Master Sword out of has the Triforce logo on it. So I'm gonna carve it into this, and then I'm gonna fill it with something cool. Cha! Now I can paint it for real this time, and not wipe it off again. I'm really excited about this part of the project. I always try to put something in that is like a little over the top, and this is that part of this project. I'm gonna put blue glow powder into the triangle and then seal it in there, try to blend it a little bit so that whenever it's in the dark, the Triforce symbol glows. I think this is gonna be awesome. Super glue, I think, will work great for this. I'm gonna give it a little shot, just enough to make it get solid on the surface so we can test the glowiness of it, not enough to make it actually cure like super quick. There we go. And now it's solid. Let's see if it glows. Shoom.
Yeah, there it is.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That'll be on your kitchen counter. Glowing all night long, yeah. This textured paint that I used to do the majority of the finish on this, I'm gonna use that to see if I can clean this surface up. And I wanted to do this anyway, because I think it's gonna blend the glowing part in, but still let it glow from behind it. Let's see if it still glows. Here we go. Let's see if it worked. Does it look cool? Yeah. Sweet. Before I can do the stencils, I'm gonna pull off the names that are on this. That way it doesn't obstruct the prettiness of the design that we put on it. I'm using glitter vinyl because it's actually semi-transparent, so I'll be able to see where I'm putting it on the knife while I put it down. I think I might need to hold it up. No! Holy cow! It's sticking like crazy. Good thing I printed out extras. Whew. I have some salt water in my container, and then these are my negative electrodes that'll run down each side of the knife, and then the knife has the wire connected to it for the positive connection, and I put it in the salt water and I hook them up, and then it etches it. Start at 10 volts and I'm gonna turn it up. So I don't want it to get hot too fast, because if it gets hot real fast, it'll cook the vinyl off and then we won't get a nice etch on it. It's been going for quite a few minutes now, so I'm gonna pull it out and take a look at it and see if I can tell how much progress we've made. The vinyl's still stuck on very nicely. Well, it's etched in, and it's definitely etched in enough that you can tell, but I don't know if it's deep enough to shine the blade after the fact. So I think we're gonna keep going. I think it might be done. Let's check it out. I think we're good. After I got done removing the vinyl from etching the blade, there was an experiment that I wanted to try. Because the handle on the knife is made out of polypropylene, can't paint it or glue to it or anything, it's an inert plastic. But it is a thermoplastic, so I hit it with the torch and melted the very surface and then hit it with a metallic powder, and it stuck. And it embedded in the plastic and it doesn't come off. So now the handle's blue, which is a lot more like the Master Sword, and the etch turned out great. Almost there. I want to do some cleanup on the knife and the sheath before it gets put all together. A link to the slice. Sorry, Jace. Patreon people, get your name on the table. That way I can epoxy it. It's done. Big thanks to all my Patreon people for helping make videos like this possible. Their names are on my table, and if you'd like to help out the channel get your name on the table too, link to Patreon's in the description. I'm really happy with the way this project turned out. To go from an inexpensive knife to something that's this cool of a showpiece with just some scrap materials is extremely satisfying. And the glow-in-the-dark part is unbelievable. It's the icing on the cake for this project. The glow-in-the-dark powder that I used is called Blue Lit from Culture Hustle. I'm not sponsored by them, but if you want to get some, I'll put a link to that in the description. One last quick thing, I need your help with something. I modified just about everything that I own. This is a good example of that kind of thing. Bryce and I have this idea to start a video series called Customize Your Life, where I turn everyday items into something really cool, like this. And we want to know if that's something that you want to see. Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit all the buttons, check out my new website, and I'll see you next time.